वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ श्रीमहासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। Today's topic, harmony in relationships. Most difficult. Do you all agree? Relationships, we are talking with people, with things. Two things in the world, right? Living beings and non-living. So we have relationships with things and beings. These are the two things. Things are not that much of a problem sometimes, isn't it? That is why HR department in every has to be powerful. To deal with machines, it's okay. They are in a way predictable. Nowadays even computers are moody. You find a lot. And then computers don't match with each other. Have you heard of that? They call it incompatible. Computers are incompatible with each other. How do you think human beings will become compatible with each other? Just imagine. Are you aware of that or not? One USB port doesn't fit into. Have you had these things happening? वो ये USB port इस कंप्यूटर में नहीं चलेगा. अरे तो मैं कितने लेके घूमूं? होता है कि नहीं आप लोग को? Do you all have these? And then computers become moody, they crash, like how human beings, So machines, it's a different thing altogether, but we right now are talking about harmony in human relationships, things with living beings. Now, the first thing is, until and unless I am harmonious within, I will keep on creating disharmony outside. They say there are 3 types of people in the world. One, who are problem solvers. Second, who are problem creators. And third, who are themselves problems. You understand? They are problems. We all have a knack. We have what is called the Midas touch. You heard about the Midas touch? Whatever he touched became gold. So we also have a special touch. Whatever we touch becomes problem and conflict. Till that time, everything is fine. You come. Once one person in an office, the boss told the employee, he said, how come you create so many problems? What is the rahasya behind it? How do you manage to create so many problems? In the daytime, full day, the wife also tells me problems you create. In the office also you create problems. How do you manage to create so much in one day? He says, I get up early. So I have more time to create problems. Wherever I go, every minute I can create a problem. So the first thing about harmony is what? That I myself have to become what? Within. Within me, if there is harmony, then only I will be, to some extent, then also it's not guaranteed the outside I can have harmony, but if I am not harmonious within, then the chances of me having harmony outside is not much. Have you got this point? I'm a problem inside. I have lots and lots of issues which are unresolved, which are agitating me, which are making me, and then if I go out and I think I'm going to create harmonious relations with people, that's not going to be possible at all. Have you got this point? And therefore, last time, if you remember, that last time's topic was very important for continuing with this time's topic. What was that? Handling emotions, but we talked about 4 levels of our existence. The physical, the, emotional, the intellectual, and the spiritual. We actually talked about just the first 2. And as we said, each one has its own specific needs. And if that need is satisfied, I have harmony at that level. For example, for the physical, we need roti, kapda, makan. But we also need what? Work. And if I have that, then physically I am fit. Okay? There's harmony in my relationship. Vata, pitta, kapha are all fine. So I'm like, okay, fit. At the emotional level, if I get my quota of love and I give my quota of love, it's my need. It's not an option. It's a need. And if I don't get that, I become insecure, I become dependent, I become clinging, I become emotionally imbalanced, fear, full of anxiety, etc., etc. We talked loneliness, all these type of things start happening. So, if I am emotionally balanced, then what happens? At least at that level. Then the third is what? At the intellectual level. At the intellectual level, all of us, what is our need, our basic need at the intellectual level? All of us need, what is the food at the intellectual level? Is good thoughts. The intellect survives on thoughts. And if I don't get those good thoughts, believe me, supposing I'm very hungry and I don't get food, okay? Then what will I do? And I need food because I just have to fill my stomach. So what will I do? I will eat garbage, but I will eat because I will eat junk, I will eat anything that's available because I want food. I want to fill my stomach, right? Similarly, at the intellectual level, if I don't get good thoughts, what will I do? What will I do? I will survive on bad thoughts. Have you got this? I will, because I need thoughts. And I tell you, people don't understand this. See, the human intellect is such a powerful instrument. It's made with what capacities, unbelievable capacities. You think this instrument is only meant to, to think this sort of thing, ke aje su khau che, batakanu shak ke kandanu shak. And if you use it only for that much, then the rest of the intellectual power, what will it do? What? Idle mind? That's what. And that is what happens. Intellectual frustration is one of the biggest problems. Is it true or not? And what happens? Because this intellect needs food. It needs something all the time. It needs to munch on things. And you don't give him the right thoughts, then what happens? And I tell you, to do wrong work requires more buddhi than to do the right thing. Yes or no? चोरी करने में कितनी ये लगती है, बुद्धि लगती है, ऐसे करना चाहिए, ऐसे तो पकड़ा नहीं जाए, ये do this, don't do this. You need a lot of buddhi. So what happens? You do wrong things. Because you can't live without thinking. You want that. Have you got this point? So if you don't give it the right type of food, and I tell you, a lot of people, they are intellectually frustrated. They have their own, their intellect, because they have taken professions because of so many reasons. Scope acha hai. This is a typical thing they say. Scope acha hai. That is why we've taken a profession. There your buddhi doesn't work at all. Because it's not your cup of tea. Your buddhi is not meant for that. Now, the job at hand doesn't really, your intellectual powers are not being used there. Then what will you do? You'll use it in. Have you got it? I remember when the Harshad Mehta boom was there, I was in Ahmedabad at that time. And everyone, ISRO is busy doing what? Trading. અરે આ બધું રોકેટ ઉપર મૂકવાને બદલે આવું જ કામ ચાલતું હતું. You know that? Everyone, all lines are clogged. Everyone is into, you're a scientist. You use your buddhi in that, na? And what happened? What? You understand? This is it. Yeah, your buddhi, if your buddhi, and I tell you, see, you need not know a person's background at all. If that person is gossiping, you understand too much of gossiping, understand that this person is intellectually frustrated. Have you understood? Why? Because you are surviving on crap, on dirt, on nonsense. Why? You don't have good food, then you want to know, એની છોકરી કોની સાથે ભાગી ગઈ હતી, એને શું કર્યું હતું, એમના ઘરે શું ખાવાનું બનાવે છે, આ કેમ આમ કરે છે. Why? Because if you get good food, you don't want all this. You can't like it because it's nonsense. You got my point? Intellectual frustration. And then what do? I'm stressed out. I'm stressed out doing nothing. So what do? You want that intellect to keep quiet, otherwise it will eat you up. Right or wrong? So you want to dullen that intellect, you want to make it. And the glory of the human being is that he has an intellect which discriminates, which thinks, which can take you to any heights imaginable. And what do you and I do? We dullen it. By the type of entertainment we do, by the type of inputs we have, we dullen the most beautiful instrument that the good old Lord has given to us. We dullen that thing. And what happens? Next day morning, hangover. And with that mind, you want to face the world. What harmony can you create? Have you got the point? Yes? This instrument, this most fantastic instrument called the intellect, should always be, in the good old days, they used to have this, those barbers, they used to have that big, huge, and razor nahi kehvaye ne, ustro, astro. It used to be one big, I don't know how you all had the guts to go and sit there with that big, huge. And see, when there's no customer, what will he do? When there's no customer, what will he do? He would have a stone and a little water, and he would put it on. And then, koi aave, aaja. And then you go and he shaves you or whatever. You get it? So all the time this instrument is kept what? This is exactly what one should do with the intellect. It should be alert. It should be available. It should be absolutely trim and perfect. And right now, all our entertainment, all our eating habits, our entire lifestyle only makes it dull. Is it a fact or not? You see, watch 3 movies, Dham, Doom, HBO and all that thing, and then by the end, in fact, if you switch off your intellect only, you can watch half the movies, especially the Hindi ones. Is it true or not? If you keep it on, you just can't watch it. People used to tell me, Swamiji, આ picture બહુ fine છે, આ picture બહુ fine છે. The neighbor can help out, It's good to help others. Okay, fine. That's why I do all these exercises, We should be alert. Right. So what I'm saying is that this most beautiful, fantastic instrument, which can take us to any heights, it is the best thing that the good Lord has done. It's given, Bhagwan gave us an intellect which can decide, which can make choices, which can kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam. It can do, not do, it can do otherwise. All innovations, all inventions, all creativity, everything is possible because you and I have this most beautiful instrument called the intellect. Is it true or not? I told you it's the one that gives direction. It's the one that gives you what? Direction. The emotions give you the power, but it's the intellect that gives you the what? Directions. Unfortunately, the intellect is not available. We don't know how to use it. It doesn't know how to give directions, or it doesn't know how to work itself. There was a very nice story of this man who went to his nephew's place in the city. He was from the village, small village. And then there's this car. He had seen the car, but he had never, sat in it. So he sat in the car and